Hello everybody and welcome to episode 6 of All the Mods 9. So last time we finished up the Dirt Temple, and there are still a few minor tweaks I need to change to here, but nothing that big, but as you can see, it is working a charm. It's doing exactly what it needs to do, so I'm really happy with the way this turned out. But today, I need to fix a problem. That problem being that I am always running out of iron. So there are a few things that I'm going to do to try and solve this issue, and we're going to do some new stuff along the way that'll kind of help us with other resources as well. For starters, that is going to be upgrading our mining operation. I'm going to be making a Flux spore, so I should be able to mine in a 5x5 and I won't have to constantly go get Crimson Steel to repair this hammer anymore. Now, as you can see, this isn't really that hard to do, so I'm going to do some crafting and then I will be right back. Alright, one Flux spore later, so now, all we have to really do is charge this thing. Now, charging the Flux spore isn't exactly the hard part. I think I should be able to just put it into our energy cell here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. But this on its own isn't really the best thing ever. As you can see, it's kind of slow, and I'm not able to really recharge it while I'm out and about. So there are, once again, a few more things. Oh, I'm really close to the camera. There are a few things we're going to do to solve that. So first, I'm going to need to make a Flux capacitor. This can basically just hold power for me. And just like the Flux spore, I could just pop this into our energy cube and it should start charging up. As you can see, it charges up really slow. And there are a few upgrades that I'm going to make to make this a lot faster. So just like the thermal machines, you can actually make these integral components to upgrade them. Now, I think I should be able to make enough for both of these. Hopefully, I have gone ahead and I've crafted up some stuff. So I should be able to make 2 of these, but I want to upgrade these as well. So that also shouldn't be that difficult. Boom. So I have the reinforced integral components. This is the tier 2, but I want to go up one more and I want to get resonant integral components. So these should be a lot better, because if actually, you know, I think I need the Tinker's table, don't I? If I go ahead and put you just over here. Yes, so you're going to charge up, and I should be able to start charging things in here. And what else I can do, I think, yes, I can augment them, so I can make this a lot better. So this can hold now 1.5 million RF, as opposed to, I think it was 500,000 before. I'm not completely done with this yet. I'm not going to completely augment it yet, because like I said, I want to upgrade this one more time, which is going to need some Enderium, which I don't actually think is that expensive for me. No, it's not. So I'm gonna get to crafting, and I will be back when I have 2 of these resonant integral components. I also really need to upgrade my machines more. Like, I didn't have an augment in here. The diamonds took forever to crush up for this. Okay, I think I have everything I need. Hopefully should be able to make 2 of these. Oh, check that out. Awesome. So now if I go ahead and I augment this with that, you can hold 2 million RF now. And I'm also going to put one into here. So now you can hold a lot more, and this is also going to be a lot faster if I'm not mistaken. So now I have my Flux capacitor and Flux spore, but as you can see, this charge is really slow in here, so maybe I want to make some upgrades for the workbench as well. Let me do that. Alright, so a little bit of crafting later, and now I have the resonant integral components for this thing, so now this should charge a lot faster. I think it should, yeah, hypothetically. And now that I've done that, I'm not quite done yet. I still have a few things on this to-do list, as you can see. Oh, these are expensive. This isn't. Okay, we're going to make some radial enhancements for our Flux spore here. Okay, so I have 3 of these, so I should be able to put all 3 of these in here. And if I'm not mistaken, the hotkey is on V. Yes. So this can, this can mine in a 7x7. I don't know if I quite need that much, but I think we'll be, that will be quite all right. Oh, I'm down for that 7x7. I'm sure you guys have already deduced that mining in a 7x7 uses a lot more power than mining in a 1x1. So the 2 million RF I have in this Flux capacitor probably is not going to take me that far. So for that, I need some Flux coils. So I'm just going to make a few of these. And I don't know if I can put more than one. I kind of hope I can. Can I? I can't. Okay. I guess 12 million RF will have to do. I don't think there's any other upgrades I can really put into here. I mean, I could upgrade this. It's not too expensive, but I don't know if I'm really going to need more than this. Yeah, I don't really have the power storage to fund this. I'm just going to keep this in here until it's done charging, and then we will be back. Okay, so next up on the list is I need Fortune. I think Fortune will significantly help us, and I figured out that the Enchanter is back in Ender.io. So Fortune should actually be quite easy for us to do. So these enchanters are pretty cool from Ender.io. I'm just going to slap this down, I guess, here. So how they work, basically, is you need a book and quill, some item, and some lapis, and some XP, and you can make an enchant. And the one that I specifically want, where is it? Is Fortune. Which just needs 3 emeralds. Can you believe that? I'm quite a big fan of it only being 3 emeralds. Now, can I use glowing sacks to make book and quills? I don't know. We're about to find out. You cannot. Alright. Well, I guess I don't have any ink sacs, so I guess I should grab some. They have no idea what's about to happen to them. So a few ink sacs later, I should be able to, with 3 emeralds and some lapis, go into here, make my book and quill. I think I should be able to just do this, if I'm not mistaken. And then I should be able to get Fortune 3. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? And then I can just put it onto my Flux board. Wow, cool. And now I have Fortune 3 on a Flux board, and I shouldn't really need this hammer, pickaxe, or shovel anymore for the time being. But I am going to keep them still, just in case. Check that out. Oh, sweet. So, if I'm not mistaken, I think. Well, let me grab my Flux capacitor. That's going to be quite important for this. Okay, so with my Flux capacitor, I can actually put it into my bobble slot, but I kind of want to see how much power I have when I do this. Let's go test this thing out. I'm really curious. Okay, so I just have a little area here, I think. Oh, wow. Okay, that is awesome. I am extremely happy with that. Oh, this is going to make my life 10 times easier, guys. Holy. That was just in 7. That was in 7x7, so I mean, I don't have to do this the whole way through, but look at the amount of stuff I'm getting. Now, obviously, I can also put efficiency on this. I just don't have the levels to do it, so I don't know if I super will. Because right now, it is kind of slow, isn't it? Yeah, it is quite slow. But, I mean, I'm still quite happy with that Fortune 3. That's pretty cool. Go ahead and knock this off of the to-do list. Alright, so for the next project I have in store for today, I'm gonna need more power, and I don't super know if I have all the resources I need to upgrade our little thing up there, so I think it's time we take our Flux board for a little test run, and I'm gonna do a quick little mining trip. Alright, so a quick little mining trip later, I can confirm that this thing is the best thing that I've ever made. Oh my gosh, this 7x7 with the Fortune is nice. So I have a lot of stuff making. As you can see though, I'm starting to run out of space in here, so we're going to have to do something about that pretty soon. I think for now, I'm just going to start condensing stuff into blocks. That should give us quite a lot more space. So if you guys remember a few episodes back, we built this pretty cool power station, and currently I believe it's making 1200 RF a tick. We're still making more than we need, which is good, but we're gonna need more than this here in a minute. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a whole bunch more of these magmatic dynamos. I might put resonant upgrades in them to make them even better, and also put some of these auxiliary reaction chamber upgrades into them, and I could upgrade these even more, but I'm not sure if that's going to be necessary because we won't be using lava power for too much longer. So I think in total I'm going to need around 20 more of these magmatic dynamos, so I have a lot of crafting and resource gathering to do. So I'm sure you guys already know what's coming up. You should be hearing music. It's time for a montage. Alrighty, so I have made a whole bunch of stuff, and this has probably used a good chunk of my resources. I haven't checked what the damage really is yet, but really I only had to go mining for quartz, so I'm pretty happy about that. Now, I didn't make enough of these auxiliary reaction chambers to upgrade every single magmatic dynamo, including the ones we already have in the factory, but we have enough for these 20, so we should be pretty good to go on power for at least a few episodes, I would hope. So I'm gonna get to placing these down, and let's see how much power we're gonna make. Okay, these are each making 240 RF a tick now, as opposed to 120. That is pretty cool. I think I actually made too many. I mean, shoot, I'm not complaining, but oops. Guess that means I can upgrade some of these. Check that out. So everything should be connected up, and we should be making a lot more power. Like a stupid amount more. I think over double what we're making. So I guess I could test this out, but what I need to do is make an energy cube for over here. Actually, let's do that. We should be storing power. It's a good thing to do. Alright, so I've made an elite energy cube here. So this thing can hold 25 million RF, which should be pretty good for now. Obviously, we could upgrade it one more tier to the ultimate tier, but I don't really want to make atomic alloys at the moment. We definitely will here pretty soon, but for right now, I think this elite energy cube should be just fine. Go ahead and slap that down, probably right here. Awesome, so we have input on the right and output on the bottom. Now, how much RF are we making? 5.2 thousand RF a tick? FE a tick, I think I'm okay with that, and I should be able to charge this up as well. Sweet, I'm pretty happy with 5,000 FE a tick for right now. Obviously, it's not the best thing in the world. We're gonna work on it. But now we should be able to do the next project I have in store for today's episode. And what is that plan, you might ask? Well, that plan is going to be better ore processing. We're going to be using Mechanism. This is part of the reason why I wanted to set up Mechanism a few episodes ago, because Mechanism arguably has the best ore processing in the game, besides like maybe Occultism, which I think goes one step further than Mechanism, but obviously we haven't really gotten into magic yet, so this is just a few machines. I guess I can go ahead and explain the process. So first, what you do... So what I'm going to end up doing is just doubling the raw ore we get. So what we're going to need for this is a purification chamber with oxygen. And then after that, we're going to need to crush it. Then we're going to need to enrich it. And then we're going to need to smelt it. Now, unfortunately, this isn't always the easiest thing. So we are going to need a few other things like an electrolytic separator here with some water. We need, I think this should be all we need. And apparently we could also use flint for this, but I don't know why we super duper. I mean, I guess we could, but I don't really see the point. So I'm gonna get crafting away, and I will be right back. All right, so I have crafted all the machines here, but I absolutely do not have enough iron to upgrade them all with speed and energy upgrades. So it's time for me to go mining again. Hopefully I won't be gone for that long. Alright, a little mining trip later. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of iron now that I'm processing. So I think, hopefully, now I should be able to afford, I guess once it is actually done processing, be able to afford all the speed and energy upgrades I need, which let me go ahead and calculate how much I'm going to need real quick. Alright, so I've done the math. I think in total I'm going to need around 2 stacks of iron, exactly, if I did my math correctly, which hopefully I did. So I guess I'm just going to wait for that to kind of process up. I don't think it'll take too long. And then we'll get started on crafting all the speed and energy upgrades that I want for this stuff. And then we should be good to go. I was wrong. I needed 16 more pieces of iron. Other than that, my calculations are correct. And as you can see, I have made a lot of upgrades. This is going to be very expensive, but hopefully it'll be worth it. Alrighty, so I should be able to upgrade all my machines to have 8 energy upgrades, 4 speed upgrades, so it shouldn't be too expensive. I hope not, at least. But before I actually do any of that, let me put this stuff in my bag. I'm not really sure if I want to have this stuff down here. I mean, I guess it would make sense to put it down here, but if I'm being completely honest, I have other plans for down here in the future. And I also have a whole bunch of space at the top of this hill that I created a few episodes ago, and I haven't really used it. So I think I want to create a building separated just for ore processing. Now, obviously, we're definitely going to expand what we put in it in the future, so I think it's good to have a big building to actually be able to put all these machines in. So I guess I'm going to get to theorizing and crafting something up, and then I will be back. Alright, so I've been doing a little bit of Googling on what this stuff kind of looks like, and I don't know if we're going to have so much space up here for it. I don't know, it might be a little awkward if we put it up here, so I might move it elsewhere, maybe across the lake over here and have the processing facility over there. Which, I mean, I guess that would give me a reason to kind of finish this side of the hill and build a bridge, wouldn't it? Maybe I'll do that. But I am going to put kind of what some pictures of this thing kind of looks like. At least some ideas that I might have to build this thing. I don't know. I have some basic materials. I think I want a more light color for this stuff, mainly because that's kind of what I'm seeing. But unfortunately, I didn't really have much of this limestone from Create or anything. So I think I am going to have to do some resource gathering to build this thing. But I think maybe I am going to build it over there. Actually, I think I am going to do that. I really like that idea. We do not have enough space on this hill for what I want to build. So I think it probably is time for, you guessed it, another montage, but not yet. I think I'm just going to lay out the plan. So yeah, what I'm going to do, I want to build a bridge that goes from here to over there. Maybe like a drawbridge or something. I don't know. Maybe we'll figure it out. I'll build something cool. Whoa, that grass is really tall. Okay. Yeah, definitely a lot of terraforming is going to need to be done as well, so yeah. I have my work cut out for me this episode. I'm going to get to work probably for quite a long time, hours upon hours, and you guys are going to have it condensed into maybe like a minute max, maybe a little bit more. Montage time! Alright, so I've done a little bit of work. Let me go ahead and just display a little bit of what I've done. I've done some terraforming and a small little bit of building because I think I have an idea of the general look of this building that I want to go for, and I think I have it quite down. And I'm just taking inspiration from multiple of the videos, or not videos, the photos that I showed in the last clip, and I'm also just kind of mixing and matching things from Google. I think it looks good. I hope it'll look good. And these pillars from chips, they look a lot like metal. So yeah, I think that it'll work really well because a lot in the pictures, they look like exactly like the pillar. And unfortunately, there's no limestone pillar, which kind of sucks, but there is calcite pillars. So I'm going to use those for over here though, and that's it, because I want there to be a little bit of color differentiation in this. Anyways, I'm going to get back to building, and it's going to be more montage time. Okay, so I've been a very busy bee over here, and I have a big problem. That problem is that I can't really easily texture this without a jetpack. So I'm gonna make one of these real quick. Alrighty, so I have a little bit of a something. I think it looks pretty good for the exterior. Obviously, it's not completely done yet. I still have a few more things I want to do. Like, I think I'm gonna add windows to this. I think. I might not, I'm not super sure yet, but I think the rest of the texturing looks pretty good. As you can see, I still need to add windows here, and I'm also still missing a little bit of a wall over here because I don't exactly know how high I want these parts to be yet. I still have to kind of figure that out, and I haven't really finished them because I am out of calcite completely. So I guess I'm gonna have to find some more of this stuff, and then probably get to finishing this. I don't think I want these to be too high, because I'm just gonna have, I have a plan that I will share with you guys once it's done. But oh, I seem to have also created a mob spawner, and I don't have any torches. I guess I'll just leave them be for now. Anyways, I'm gonna finish this up, and then I will be right back. Alrighty, everyone, so in front of me, I think, I have the exterior done. Let's go ahead and just take a look at this real quick. I think it turned out really good, actually. Let me show you the rest of it as well. Come over here. I think I'm going to remove this cliff that I made over here so I have more room for these little pods I have, or sections. Now, I didn't texture it too much because I want this building to look like it's a little bit new. The calcite, or not the calcite, the limestone is textured a little bit just because it did need some, but I think it actually turned out really well. And I really like the view from over here. Let me go ahead and show y'all. Check that out. Ain't that pretty cool? I'm actually really happy with the way it turned out. Obviously, the interior is not done. There's no lights or anything yet. That is the next step. Now, for the interior, I am once again going to draw inspiration from Google. I think I'm going to show some pictures on the screen again of kind of what I might want to do. It's very metallic, like kind of simple looking. I think that's the feel we're going to go for. I also have to clean up in here just a little bit, but that shouldn't be so bad. Yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to go for. Just some simple metallic, factory look. And obviously, we're going to put a bunch of machines in here. We're not going to do, like, only ore processing in here, I don't think. I think that's going to be the main purpose. We'll see. There's a lot of space in here, so yeah. Anyways, I'm going to get to work on the interior. It shouldn't take me too long. I will be right back. Now, I'm quite positive that in the last clip I said the interior shouldn't take me too long, and I have been working on this thing for like 2 hours. Anyways, look at this! I guess maybe we should turn the shaders on. That might make it look not as good because it's not as bright in here as it should be. I don't know. I need to get lights still sorted, but I don't have any glowstone, so we're still working on that. But check this out. I think it turned out okay. There are a few things that I think could have been better, but I'm going to fix those in not that long. It's just the light that's bugging me for the most part. I also ran out of andesite for the floors in here. It kind of looks like concrete, which is why I like it. You also might notice that these thick lattices and thin lattices, I can speak, they don't connect. But you can't really see it from below, so for all you guys care, they do connect, so shh, don't tell anyone. And then these these stairs, oh my, and these bridges, they are so expensive. Oh my gosh. These cost 3.5 iron per bridge. I have no iron left, by the way. I used all of it for this. And I do have some plans for this area here, which I think we'll get into a bit later on, but we're not going to put too much stuff up here. Most of it's going to be down here. We'll have pipes flowing around and whatnot, so it's going to make the factory look more alive and populated, because right now, obviously, it's empty, but we are going to fill it with stuff. Well, I've run into another problem, and it's one that I'm sure you guys have already guessed. I'm out of iron again. I think this is going to be like my 3rd mining trip this episode. So I'm going to make that quick mining trip, and then I will be back. Alright, so a quick like 15-minute mining trip later. I wish I would have gotten more iron, but unfortunately I didn't. So we'll just have to deal with what we got. So the next step of this process is actually getting resources over to there and also getting power over to there. And I'm not super sure how I want to do this yet. I'm debating whether I want to have a power line go over there or just do Flux networks. I mean, it would probably be nice to get into Flux networks now rather than later. Alright, so I think I am going to use Flux networks, and if I recall a few days ago or something, I got some Flux points from a quest. This is all the stuff I've gotten from quests, by the way. I'm just keeping it in here. So I already have 3 of these, and I think I am going to finally use stuff I've been getting from quests, because I just have not been. I got some good stuff in here. Apparently I have some Wither Skeleton Skulls, that Dragon Egg I got. Anyways, enough of me being distracted. I'm also going to need a Flux plug, if I'm not mistaken. For this though, I'm gonna need Flux blocks, which needs Flux dust, and if I'm not mistaken, yeah, I am gonna have to go to Bedrock for this, which is a little bit annoying, but it shouldn't be that hard. Alright, so the way you get Flux dust is, if I just get some obsidian, I think you just do this and left click. Yes. Oh, check that out. Okay. Okay, so I think I'm also gonna need some ender pearls, which I have 2. That's not very good. Yeah, no, I don't think that's gonna be enough for, I mean, maybe it will. No, definitely not. Okay, well, I'm gonna go to the Warped Forest. Oops. Well, I'm down 1 more Ender Pearl. I'm gonna go to the Warped Forest and get some more Ender Pearls. You know what? Might be a good idea is to make a looting book. I think I can with this. I need 3 skeleton skulls. I feel like I definitely have that. Yeah, I do. So I should be able to go to here. This thing is so broken. And now I have a looting 3 book. I think I'm also gonna make an efficiency book for my drill. Sweet, so now my Flux Spore should be a lot faster, and I have looting on my sword, so I'm gonna go grab some ender pearls from the nether, and then I will return shortly. Alrighty, so now I should be able to make all the stuff I need. These are really expensive, no joke. That's fine. I think I just, for now, need 1 Flux plug, so should be good to go. I'll have to wait on making the Flux controller, but I'll keep it on the to-do list. So, the way Flux networks work, let me sleep real quick first. Alright, back to what I was saying. The way that these work, we need, okay, to find a better spot for this, first of all. This is gonna be interesting. Okay, I'm just gonna put it here. I want you to connect there. And the plug should connect to it. So the Flux plug will provide energy to your network. So if I go ahead and create a network, I'm just going to call it JZell's network, make it orange, no password. We're going to select this one. So now this one is on here. Now there is energy going to the network. Obviously, there's no storage in the network yet, so we actually have to send it somewhere first. Now, that's where these Flux points come in. Basically, these are going to take energy from the network and put energy in blocks around them and whatnot, and we're going to have an energy cube over here into our processing plant that we're going to transfer energy to. I think for right now, I'm just going to plop this thing. Oh, I didn't make this even. That's no good. Oh, shoot. This is what lack of planning does, guys. Maybe I'll just set this up here. And we're going to have a Flux point here connected to the JZell's network. And as you can see, now this is being filled up with power from our cell from over there. Now, unfortunately, this episode is running really long, so we're going to have to get to the rest of this project next time. I seriously don't think I've been on this patio in a whole week. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, please hit the like button down below. Hit subscribe if you want to see more of me. And I will see you guys on the porch in the next episode of All the Mods 9. Later!